A goal is intended to get you from where you are to where you want to be. You have a specific destination in mind, and you come up with a plan for how to get there. Now, a goal should be measurable so that we can track our progress on how we're getting there. But that measurability can be something of a two-edged sword sometimes. Sometimes you go in the wrong direction. Maybe you're trying to lose weight and you put on a few pounds. Or you're trying to pay off debt and then an emergency happens and you have to put something on the credit card. Or you're trying to get a promotion at work only to get let go. So what do? You reset the goal. You're not giving up on it. You're just acknowledging that something has changed, and so the goal needs to change along with it. Now, yes, sometimes the goal becomes completely irrelevant and you need to just scrap it entirely and free up that slot for another goal to take its place. Yes, that happens, but that's not what I want to talk about right now. If you want to keep the goal, you need to reset it. Reset the goal. I'm going to use a specific example here that talks about losing weight and body image. If that's not something that you want to talk about right now, that's perfectly fine. I'll see you in the next video. I've already taught the principle. You can apply it. But if you want to stick around and see how I am applying this with something specific in my own life, let's talk. So a couple years ago, my doctor told me that he wanted me to lose a few pounds from 220 something, let's say 223 down to 198, 25 pounds. I said, sure, I can do that. I set the goal, put a plan in place, started losing weight. Things went great. I got down to 203, just 5 pounds short of the goal that I was going for. Just 5 pounds, almost there. And then something happened. I don't know, maybe it was a rough year or something. Maybe it rhymed with plenty or something. But I lost my focus. I stopped paying attention to that goal, had other things to think about, and my weight started to creep back up. Slowly, but I was moving in the wrong direction. And for the next 4 years, I was not very kind to myself about this. I kept thinking, like, you were so close. You were just within 5 pounds, and now you've got 10 pounds, 15, 20 pounds of backsliding. You're heading in the wrong direction here, man. And let me tell you, getting mad at yourself is a terrible way to motivate yourself into doing something, because now you're just going to associate getting mad with the goal you're trying to reach. You're going to give it up. It doesn't work. So about 6 months ago, I decided to focus on losing weight again. October is kind of the worst time of the year to start a diet. I mean, you're going into the holiday season. I'm not that big on Halloween candy, but Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, bowl games, the playoffs, the Super Bowl, there's a lot of good food in there. And I didn't want to start myself off on the back foot. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do the research and come up with the plan, create the plan so that once we get through the Super Bowl, then I will be able to hit the ground running and I can activate the goal at that point. Well, I started making a lot of progress, but I didn't give myself any credit for it. I didn't celebrate the wins because internally, I was still thinking of myself as being at 203 with 5 pounds left to go, but I've backslid and now I've got to get rid of 15, 20, 25 pounds just to get back to where I started so I can get rid of those 5 pounds. I was trying to lose weight, but I was gaining it instead. That's how bad I was at this goal. I mean, yes, I was getting better. I hadn't put as much back on. I was heading in the right direction again, but I was still seeing myself as being in negative gains territory. Last week, I realized that since the Super Bowl, I've been losing about 1 pound a week. And that's a healthy, sustainable rate of losing weight. I mean, I'm doing great. I am making great progress. But in order to see that, I had to set aside the idea that I was starting from 203 and had made negative progress. No, I'm starting from 208 or 228, and I'm making great progress. Just had to reframe it like that. Had to reset the goal. You need to be brutally honest about where you're starting from. That is how you create a good plan. That is how you can acknowledge your progress and celebrate it. And that is what makes working on a goal fun. Enjoying the journey and not just the destination once you finally, maybe future self gets there. You need to enjoy the journey because that's how you're going to stick with it. Begin with the end in mind, but start from where you are. If you lose ground, reset the goal. Create a new starting point and a new timeline. Celebrate the wins. They'll start adding up. Stay sharp.